The bigger picture of this was that God was preparing me to forgive in an even greater way. I had prayed a prayer and asked God, what does true forgiveness look like by way of the kingdom? Because we hear people talk about, I forgive, but I'm not going to forget. I'm going to do this and I'm not going to do that. But I began to ask God the question, what does true forgiveness look like by way of the kingdom of God? And so the first phase to that was this step of forgiving her. And this first step of forgiving her was the first step to change the whole trajectory of my life. Then I get back to Texas. I lay down, I have a dream. This dream that I had shook the mere existence of who I was, because it made me begin to question everything that I thought that I was doing right. Just like Jonah, I'm feeling justified as to why I feel how I feel and why I'm doing what it is that I'm doing, and I'm moving how I'm moving. And then I have this dream, and there's a big hole in the middle of the earth. But in this place, there was a very familiar place to me as well. But in this hole, it was bubbling fire. It was fire. And it was bubbling, but it wasn't like an earthly fire. And I was so close to this fire that I can feel it singeing my legs. And as people were coming, it was almost like they couldn't stop themselves, because it was like they were being thrown into the fire. But the thing that shook me was that there was another person on the opposite side of that circle that I could see so clear. There was a person in which I felt justified to feel in the manner in which I felt, that stood on the other side of that circle. And what that was God allowed me to encounter hell in a way that it would get my attention. Because there were some things in which I had in my heart that I thought that I had let go, and God said that they were not gone. And so this person that stood on the other side of that circle, when I woke up from the dream, I began to pray and ask God, I'm doing everything that you have told me to do. I'm preaching your word, God. I'm doing it the way that you have told me to do it. Why was hell before me? He said, because if you do not forgive that person, that's what lies ahead of you. Hell lies before you. He says, because I cannot dwell in an unclean vessel. Unforgiveness, I cannot dwell in unforgiveness because I'm a loving God. The person who stood on the other side of that circle, it was my mother.